Hello, everybody. Go Bears. That's the first thing. They won today, so that's a good thing. Alright. This is the astrology report, the Astroviber report for the next week. And before I pull the charts and everything, it's almost we're at the end of the retrograde season. There is two planets left to go from retrograde into a direct. And during the year, all those retrograde planets help you to go back, you to revise things, you can see things, you can get into things. In this upcoming week, there's going to be one more planet that's going to drop out of retrograde. It's going to become direct into, and it's kind of like a very important planet. That is the Neptune. And that is the part of the inner visions inside of you. The things that right now this is ending, it is all the process of all the retrograde planets. That's including Pluto and Saturn. Pluto is about to revise your surrounding, with people you're surrounding into it, with the family you're surrounding to it, with the co-workers you're surrounding into it. Are you in the right place? Are you feeling home? Are you feeling happy? On it. Saturn retrograde brings you the things like you saying you cannot do, you can see your limitations, and Saturn give you the visions of how you to overcome your limitations. You don't want to talk to someone, now Saturn teach you how, like, hey, go overcome yourself. Talking to someone, it's not like you doing something else with them. Mercury retrograde, that is the part of the inner talk, of the things that you're talking to your own self, of what you needed to do, the things are internally talking to your own self. It's important communications of what you're telling to yourself. You're telling the things from your ego, or you're telling your things from your soul into. A very good part, that was a Jupiter who was also retrograde. That was the inner growth, why you're not growing. Before you grow in anything else, you have to grow your soul first, because the soul is going to lead you into that growth to overcome things. And that was a very, very good place for you to overcome your own darknesses inside of you. So, beginning of this week, right now, this is the current chart of what's going on in the sky. Uh, as you see here, those two guys, the way they dance, I was talking about earlier in the year, the very last year when I made the report, I was talking about those two, the way they dance. They're going to be creating similar dance of going retrograde and direct in Capricorn. Next year, Jupiter is going to join him here. So next year, that's what it's going to happen into. Um, and we're going to be revising some of the things that we did now this year, some of the things that we couldn't overcome, we couldn't limitate itself. We're going to be repeating this. So if you haven't, so my advice is, if you have time, you to revise this, you can redo the things. Now is the time for the actions to go on. As they say here, keep an eyes on it. On Neptune, he's right now stationary. He's gonna be staying on this for a few days, and then he's gonna begin to go direct on it. So what's going on in the sky now? We have Mars, who is in Scorpio. It's an opposing Uranus. That is the time of you probably watching to the news. This person did this because of that's what they did, because of their ego. That person did that because of this. And that's what this is coming from your ego. And when a moon it's here, also it kind of like infuse this. The negative talks, the talks that you're going to do, that is a Mercury who is still in Scorpio. Zavet, that it's the underworld. And since Pluto moved direct, the underworld become upper world. Thank you, Nagla, for the very good report that you posted on Facebook on it. And we're looking at this energy that is going to be shifting, it's going to be shifting, it's going to be evolving on it. And now we are focused on going forward. After we learn it, everything in the soul, we're going to be moving it forward. We're going to get in to receive the last visions of the journey that needs to be. Are you going to do the actions? That is a totally another ball game. But the visions, they've been giving it to you. The visions of how you're going to be navigate in the future of the life. It's going to help you with those energies. Very good point here. That is the Jupiter and Venus coming together. Instead of you going and acting like a crazy and doing your own way, you're gonna be looking for the love that's gonna give in you through the universe. And it's all about how you're reacting on those energies. Specifically for the twin flames, those are the inner piece of the soul. That is the union between Athena and Zeus. The Greek mythology, that's what those two are. And that is this unification to express the love when they're together. Those are the two good guys in the astrology. And when they are in union, everything goes nice and smooth and sailing of it. So that's what's going on. We had a little bit issues here with Pluto when he moves direct. He's taking long time and prolonging. So some of you can feel these tensions of Pluto's moving direct, but it's going to take off. We're going to have a similar here in the next few days, but thank God it's a Thanksgiving. So when it moves direct, it's going to be have some time to reflect on our own selves with those visions on it. So tomorrow morning, the moon it's going to be still in it's still going to be at Scorpio, but it's not going to affect any of these energies here against Uranus. You can find a fight. This right now it's in Soul, it's in Taurus. It's about you to provide your soul into the material world, and don't fight with this. But the energy is going to begin to be much more relaxed, much more beautiful. We're going to see that by Thursday, this energy is going to be very nice, perfect time for you to reflect on your own self, to be in your family, to do the right things in life, and pay these attentions here about the Neptune. Pay attention to your positive visions that you're going to get in dreams, daydreams, deja vus, however you want to call it, into. Again, be careful how you talk, how you express your aggravations, your angers. So it. Tuesday, the moon, we are going to have some new moon that is going to be in Sagittarius. That is the new lesson comes in. It's the lesson of you to express yourself. Very beautiful divine aspects here from Uranus. That's mean that God's gonna whisper you, hey, take these actions, do these right things, go express the things that you need to express, stop suffering, go looking deep inside of yourself, express the things to your own self first before you someone else, go do a confession, go admit your lies, go do the right thing. And very, very beautiful Tuesday energy is you to call people that you need to call. If that is the relatives, if that is the things that you need to straighten it out, this is going to be a very good energy, and you're going to feel that energy comes down here to do the right things. Of course, Wednesday, that energy is going to be continued to be done. But right now, the moon is going to be at the mid Sagittarius, and it's going to be squaring Neptune. And during that squaring that Neptune on Wednesday, that's going to be kind of like a fogging up your visions. You're going to go against it. I can't do this because if I do it, what everyone's going to thinking about me. I can't do whatever I have to be because what are they going to think of my job? What are my relatives going to think? You're going to be fighting this inner visions, but those are inner visions in your own soul. So be careful of how you process these energies on Wednesday. Very, very critical aspect in here because this is a duality signs. Sagittarius and Pisces, they are duality signs, and they are very moody. You can't expect a lot of actions during this period because of what should I do, this or that, this or that, and the inner fight inside of you is gonna drive you nuts. And Thursday, uh, the moon is gonna move. It's gonna join Jupiter and Venus. As you see here, the energy is gonna be very beautiful. That is gonna be very nice energy for Thanksgiving. And the question is, what are you thankful this year? Are you thankful for your ancestors? Are you thankful for the people of your immediate family? Are you thankful for the people they teach you? Are you thankful for the people who give you a hand when you need it? Are you gonna be thankful to yourself that you did your inner work? Take time to reflect this on your own self. Everything begins within you, doesn't begin with somebody else. If you begins with somebody else, then you create dependency, and that dependency, it's like I need the pill, but you not really need the pill because you make your own self sick. So the best thing it is not depending on anyone, but depending on your own soul. This beautiful energy is going to be continue to come up on Friday. The moon, it's going to be this time, it's going to be at the mid Capricorn, and it's going to infuse all these beauties. Beautiful energy, the time that you finally will accept to do the things for you. It's time for you to take the cardinal actions of Capricorn to go ahead and process the things, you to overcome the fear of going into the next step of life, next stage of life, not to stare at the line and you to fear what you're going to do. The fear only it's illusion coming from ego. And during the moon, when it's in a Capricorn, it's give you this power of the Capricorn that moves forward despite everything and anything. Basically, go with the horns. Yes, that's how sometimes you have to overcome your fears with that. Very good energy, the time you to do it, the things for you. And Saturday, the moon, it's going to be moving at the end of Capricorn. It's going to square Uranus. You expecting that when you do your own actions and the others going to do their actions too. And when they don't do it, you will have these aggravations. I did everything that I had to do and all of a sudden nothing is coming up. It's not your job. The other people have to do their own actions on their own self. You cannot force people to do the right things. Depends on your own vision. They have to have the vision inside of themselves to do the right things for themselves. If someone comes in and give you something, it's because they want to give it to you, not because you're demanding it. And sometimes Capricorn is to have this demand part of, yeah, you have to be by me because you're only for me. That's the worst part of a Capricorn, and since the moon is here of it, a lot of the people's gonna go have a hard time with this cardinal energy between Capricorn and the part of the earth stubbornness of Taurus. That's what Uranus says. So it's like you don't want to move. And Sunday, about this time, the moon is going to be in Aquarius, and that's going to be the time when you're going to feel like you're going to be the rebel. You're going to against all odds. You're going to have the inner fight, and you cannot win against the universe. You can't find the universe. All you have to do is go and flow from within. That's going to be the first quarter moon, and the sextile that it's between the sun and the moon. It's going to be a very powerful if you choose that energy instead of choosing and go in and make a revolution. You can make revolution. The revolution comes on its own, what it needs to comes on. So that's all about this, and thank you so much for watching the astrology report, and looking forward for your comments. Be love.